Good evening, Sierra Leone. Good evening, Kono District. Good evening to all the Salon Pikin na the diaspora and una way back home na Sierra Leone. And a special good evening to all the Kono Pikin inside Kono District. And this evening, I want to send a special greetings to the Kono University of Science and Technology, because this broadcast this evening get to do with that. I get a very important personality with me. We get for can talk to una very very soon. We get for discuss something we get for do with university, how we will support the university, and let we understand the challenges that we then get, and also foresee what and what we will do for make let the university go before. But before I start, I want to tell thank you to everyone who don't register and sign up for this particular broadcast, and also the one who don't subscribe to the channel for Kono News Network. I'd encourage you to share, like, and comment. And during this broadcast, if you get any questions for us, you can send them in the comment section. I will pass them on to my guest, and it will ready for answer that. I also want to say thank you to executives of Kono organizations who they fight very, very hard for let we see say we bring equal rights and justice to everybody. Once more, I will address the international body too. Let me now hold on just a while. Good evening, listeners and viewers across the globe, and welcome to today's special discussion on the development and future of the proposed Kono University of Science and Technology, which is also acronymed KUST. This project has generated excitement, debate, and high expectations across Kono district and among people in the diaspora. Tonight, we examine the vision behind the university, the progress made so far, the challenges confronting the initiatives, and the role of the communities, stakeholders, and development partners in ensuring its success. We will also address public concerns surrounding allegations of land grabbing and institutional land ownership connected to the university project. Joining us are Mr. Sahr Ansumana, the Public Relations Officer for the university. And also, this discussion aims to inform the public, promote transparency, and encourage constructive dialogue about higher education and development in Kono District. So, I want to come to me guest, family them when they listen to me. I want to invite my guest this evening, make a come and introduce himself. Back to you now, Mr. Ansumana.
Yeah, good evening from the Koidu New Sembo City, and also good evening from the Kono University of Science and Technology.
Okay, so can we know who we are speaking to, please?
Yes, I am Sahr Ansumana, the Public Relations Officer for the Kono University of Science and Technology.
Okay, so if I should start my discussions with you, what inspired the establishment of the Kono University, and what specific gap in higher education is the university expected to address in Kono District?
Well, as you yourself being a Kono person, knowing well what our district has helped in the development of the entire country, especially so in terms of higher education, primary, secondary, and higher education. We see most of the revenue was coming from the district, Kono, and they were using those revenues to construct university across the country, while Kono, didn't even have a complete secondary school across, in certain areas, But then again, being that Kono people are so passionate, these are intelligent people, persevering people, they must go out and, acquire education. As I talk, the record of educated Kono people in terms of national proportion. So it has been a kind of a dream for the Kono people, from our forefathers down to us. So, and we've also interacted with government in and government out, that how we could have a kind of an establishment, that will address educational challenges in the district, considering the distance or the location of the district, in terms of young people going outside to acquire education, the challenges they face, and we are also part of the country. So when we talk about development, we should be considered. And it's more so when we are providing more the revenue in terms of the development. So it has been a dream for the entire Kono generation. And we are so fortunate that in 2028, when His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Madabio, was campaigning, he mentioned that when he comes to office, he will try to address like the university challenge, our road networks, and other things that we are, enjoy electricity, health, and so on and so forth. So in the 2021, the government of Sierra Leone was able to secure a loan from the Exim Bank, the ECOWAS Bank, through a Indian loan in the tune of $32 million. In total, it's $34 million. The $2 million coming from government for the preface or for the counterpart funding. As I talk to you, the preface construction, which is done by the government of Sierra Leone, is almost above 80% completion. We are hoping that by the end of this year, that project will be completed and the facilities will be available for the university to start occupying and making use of it fully. So then the construction of the Indian, which is a $32 million, we already have consultants that are spearheading from India, and they're also in the process of recruiting or having contractors that will come in from India contractors that will come in to construct the university, holistically.
Okay.
So far, so well.
Okay. Yes. You wanted to round up?
Yeah, it's okay. I just wanted to say that so far that has been the background of the establishment of the university. In conclusion, because of the loan agreement or with the government of Sierra Leone, with that of the ECOWAS that of the Indian through the ECOWAS bank. The bill was tabled in the Sierra Leone Parliament via the 2021 Universities Act that established Kono University as one of the 4 public universities in Sierra Leone. We have a total of 6 universities. We have like 2 technical universities, the Miltimagai Technical University, the Eastern Technical University, and also now the 4 public universities are the University of Sierra Leone, Njala University, and ASPIRATIONS University, and then Kono University of Science and Technology. So those are the 4 public universities, and by virtue of their establishment, they should be led by a professor, or somebody in the rank of a professor. So this is the background or the history of the establishment of Kono University of Science and Technology.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, Mr. Ansumana. I believe our listeners have got a lot from you. And moving forward, how would you describe the level of public confidence and community support the university project currently enjoys?
Yeah, I think it has been overwhelmed across the district and even across the country, and even for some of you outside there so passionate about the establishment, development, and for the university to become one of the best in the country and the region, not just a mere university. We want a university, but not just any type of university. So, in fact, when the bill was tabled in Parliament, the Ministry of Technical Education sent a team in Kono District. They interacted with the local, our traditional leaders, and they were able to offer us some land across the district. One of it is the Fandu land, which is 417 point some acres, which is almost 418 acres at the Fandu village. And also a land was given to us at the old council building, or old council land, for the construction of the university secretariat, and those, and also uh, for I just recollected that we need to also recognize the role of the first female chancellor of any public university in Sierra Leone, Honorable Justice Nyao Maturi Jones, late. She passed away in the United Kingdom. She's there. We are grieving and also trying to ensure that we can give her a kind of befitting burial. So we are saddened as a university and we are mourning her death. She has been one of the strong pillars to the establishment and development of this great university today we are proud of. So I must say that we appreciate, we acknowledge what she did, and we continue to pray for her. So in fact, what she did when she was alive, she came into Kono and engaged the paramount chiefs and handed over the university to them officially. That this university is theirs, and they should embrace it. They should support it in whatever way they can to ensure that we have um, a world-class university in our district. So this the cooperation of even those outside of Kono has been so overwhelming, calling in, checking, and giving their technical or support physical, some come in, you know. But then, like I say, it's a new university. And imagine our establishment is quite different from that of the USL and Njala and that of EBK. They had structures which they transformed to become a university. We were established straight to a public university with all the characteristics of having a university chancellor court, and now we have a vice chancellor. We have systems that are gradually, functioning. So it's Ikono University is actually unique from that of the old established universities.
Thank you very, very much. Talking about the late Miss Nyao, Justice Nyao, may her soul rest in peace. I'm made to understand also that you lost another staff member. Is that right?
Yes, in fact, he was laid to rest yesterday. I was there. I mean, Mr. Sir Edward Mboma from Nimiyama Chiefdom. He has served as principal in YSS and other schools across the district. He has been one of the key educational servants of the district. We lost him, and he was laid to rest yesterday. And also, we are grieving. We are also, we also went there yesterday and met with his family. We sympathize with them, and we also it's a very difficult situation for us at the moment. We are a young university, losing two key personalities who have been, contributing tremendously for the development of the university.
Yeah.
Mr. Mboma was one of the experienced lecturers at the agricultural faculty, and also very highly committed person in terms of ensuring that quality is not compromised.
Okay, yeah, may their souls rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Yeah, so we're going to move forward. What are the core academic and development goals of KUST over the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, as a newly established public university, in the first place, we are looking forward for the completion of the infrastructure that will give us the necessary ambience for us to operate effectively and efficiently. Because, like I said, the university has been enacted by the Parliament of Sierra Leone, is now legally an established institution. But then again, the infrastructural arrangements are also very important for us to function in terms of utilizing or creating or ensuring that our aim or our mandate in terms of higher in terms of quality education is also adhered to. Because why am I being so critical about the infrastructure? This whole university will be having faculty of schools and faculties of different nomenclature. For instance, let's say we're having the Faculty of Medical and Allied Health Sciences. We'll be having a Faculty of Engineering, wherein we'll be having mining engineering as one of the department, and also we'll be having Faculty of Agricultural Sciences, you name environmental sciences. And one of the focus that I want the listeners to understand is that Cornell University is purely science and technology centered university, and we want to ensure that we maintain that path. We don't want to act like other public universities in country wherein they are science universities, but they are more major in other social sciences, which they've lost their focus. We want to maintain our focus on mandate on science and technology. We'll probably bring in other courses, other programs, but to ensure that Cornell University should be known for, when they talk about this science and technology courses, we should stand out in terms of the quality and standards. That's our aim in the coming years. We want to ensure that like I said, in fact, we by next year, 2027, we'll be having first batch of students that will be completing the academic programs. We are now in our third year of academic operations. That tells you that a lot has been going on. Like I said, it's a new establishment. There are a lot of challenges going about it. It's expensive. It's also, we need experienced personnel. We need effective and committed personnel. Knowing well that Kono is a bit far from the city, bringing in competent and qualified personnel, it's a lot of challenges. But the leadership, working day and night to ensure that we really have competent people. We also have the infrastructure at the moment that suits the programs we are offering to students. For now, we are having this BSc Mining Engineering, and then also we have in computer science program like BSc Computer Science, BSc Business Information Technology, BSc Business Information System. We also have in BSc Land Resource Management, BSc Crop Production, BSc in other areas, And for now, also this year, we also introduced BSc in Public Health, and we're also working to introduce a diploma in state registered nursing. So the leadership of the university, they've been working relentlessly, knowing well that it's a huge task, but we're not going to relent. We are going to ensure that we continue to do our best so that at the end of the day, in our time as servant of the people at the university, we will ensure that remarkable work is done that will stand the test of time. Because the most important part of this is a new establishment. If we fail to ensure that we have a solid foundation, it will tell on it will tell a lot on the quality of product. So we are so focused and we concentrate well to ensure that at the end of the day, this university has a solid foundation it requires to stand the test of time in terms of quality, production, and also in terms of expanding, across the district and the country at large.
Yeah, you have named various areas of study which sounds very, very lucrative. So, why do you believe the university is important for the future of youths and human capital development in Kono District?
Come again?
Why do you believe that the university is very important for the future of youths and human capital in Kono District?
It is very, very important. Imagine we are battling with artisanal mining or the effect of mining in a district, and we have a lot of young people unemployed. And if you check, most of these young people, they are unskilled. They don't have any technical training or skills to enhance their effective survival on a daily basis. So it has been very challenging for many young people and even older people, who have relied on mining for decades. Survival has become a very difficult issue. So with the establishment and development of Cornell University, especially focusing on skilled empowerment training and technical, and then, and the focus of the university is to train students or that student that can create job and also can be employable even before graduating from the university. They should be able to attract lucrative jobs, across the country and even outside. That is why we are mainly focusing on the science and technological aspect of our training. We want to ensure that quality and standards and also the type of training fits the current job market, because this is one of the most important considerations we have. If you go across Sierra Leone, we have almost thousands of young people who've graduated from universities across the country, but yet still they've been searching for job for the past years, some even 5 to 10 years or more. They are still unemployed because they went and studied programs that does not fit the requirement of the current job or employers. So you see, we want to ensure that when we train our students, they should be able to attract jobs, and also they should be able to ensure to create job for themselves and even create employment for other people. So that's what we are looking at, and it's our focus, and we are on the right track with the leadership, with the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Tamba Jamiru, doing all in his powers to ensure we can accomplish these key mandates of the University of Kono University of Science and Technology.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. It is really sad to note that people will leave university and then they don't have a job and then they sit for 10, 15 years. It's really very sad. I hope our government will try very hard to look into those areas and provide jobs that can make people elevate their lives. We will come to the next category, which is accomplishments and current status. And what major accomplishment has the university achieved so far since its inception?
Tremendous, I must say, and I must credit the leadership of the university. We were established in 2021. We commenced academic operations in 2023. And as I talked to you, we are in third year of academic operation. We have students now in third year, qualifying year. By next year, like I said earlier on, we'll be having first batch of students that will be graduating from the Cornell University of Science and Technology. And the achievements are that, imagine establishing a new university in such a location. We are able to have competent and qualified lecturers who are highly committed, highly professional, and ensuring that they impact the requisite knowledge. So at the end of the day, when these students graduate, they will be able to match up with other students across the country and outside in terms of job or employment. You know, like I said, we are keen about the skills that we impart in our students to ensure that at the end of the day, they are employable or they attract jobs. You know, it's a lot. And then in the area of creating, since our own main campus is under construction, we are using the Government Technical Institute at Sundu Town, Simbako, just after the military barracks called 9 Battalion in Koidu City. We've ensured that we have a science lab there, computer lab, and then at the secretariat, we've also established a laboratory, skills lab for the medical student. These are tangible achievements done by the leadership of Vice Chancellor and Principal Professor Tamba Jamiu and team to ensure that learning is enhanced effectively and quality is assured. Quality assurance has been one of our key considerations to ensure that this is a new university. We want our first batch of our graduate to be an ambassadors of the university when they go out. that depends on the quality we impact on them. Because if they go out, they are not able to compete and they perform poorly, to tell bad on the university. And that's what we are working so hard to ensure, that they become ambassadors. When they go to the job market or to the employers, they perform beyond expectation. That will also in itself advertise the university to employers, which we want to ensure that that trend is maintained. So because, like I said, quality, we have other universities or colleges in country, but if you check some of them, I'm not trying to discredit them, because we have the Tertiary Education Commission who accredit institutions, but there are some which really, when it comes to certain aspect of employment, there are institutions who they don't consider some of these institutions. So we don't want to be among those. We want to be considered when our students graduate. We want employers to come and get them, say these are the best. They know what they have, the skills that we want, in terms of our job descriptions. So the quality is one of the things we're so keen on, and we ensure that it will never be compromised, but will continue to improve. So, like I said, we have the laboratories now and the campus at Sundutom. We are sharing with the Government Technical Institute. We have ensured that there is running water. We ensure that there is electricity, solar system, and also internet and other facilities. It's challenging. Like I said, we are a new establishment and we don't have enough resources to do what we want to do at the time being. But gradually, we are working towards our desired goal.
You,
With all of your helps, yes,
yeah, no, no, I'm just trying to support you that you will surely get there one day.
yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So with all these that you have explained, and I know you need external help, outside help. So what role have stakeholders like traditional leaders and education advocates played in moving the university project forward?
They are so keen and very, very important to the uh, successful development of the Cornell University of Science and Technology. The paramount chiefs, they have been so supportive, in their own right and in their own abilities. They are doing what they are supposed to do, though we still need much from them, you know. But then, like for our brothers like you outside there, look at what the professor has done recently with the council land that was given to us by late Fengeke Mechende of Benson Chiefdom. He has designed an architecture of a common knowledge hub. That common knowledge hub is designed to have a museum wherein artifacts of chiefdoms will be created and stored. The history of our great people, our culture, because we've learned that a lot of you know our tradition or our culture, is disappearing gradually. And even in terms of the Kono language, you come to Kono and you talk to people who are born here and they've never gone out of Kono, but yet they cannot speak the Kono language. So the Professor Tamajami has ensured that that particular land that was given to us to and for our secretariat will be used to establish the Kono Knowledge Hub, where we'll be having a museum that that we store the history and artifacts of every chiefdom in the district, and also ensure that our language is developed or maybe put into theoretical, kind of order to ensure that will be used to teach. In fact, considering what is happening, possibly it could be possible that the Kono language will be one of the teaching languages, the language that will be taught at the university in the early stages for students to offer. And like I said, the museum, or like Professor said, the architect of the land given to us at council, old council would use it for museum, for kind of conference hall that will host thousands of people. We also use it to ensure that the university secretary will be there, and also create a possible hotel in that aspect, so that at the end of the day, we'll have professors, people coming from outside, will be able to host them there, and they will be able to render their service comfortably and conveniently without struggling for comfortable accommodation. So he has this beautiful plan. But like I said, like you said earlier on, the role of the traditional leaders, the paramount chief and other stakeholders, is always very important. And we take it very seriously, because they are the owners of this university. Kono University of Science and Technology is a public university. It's owned by the people, and they should embrace it. Whatever property land we have, it belongs to the people. It's not an individual or private property, it's a community property. And the community should be able to ensure that they protect our lands, protect our infrastructure, protect academics, and all sorts of it. So we are always looking forward to the traditional leaders, our paramount chiefs. They have been doing extremely well. I can name few of them that have been always showing up. All of them have been always showing, but we have few, for instance, like Chief Bindi, Chief Sango Kamachende, Fasluku, the Foyo, the Bona, these chiefs, Chief Briwa, they have been always supportive, and we continue to look forward to their leadership, to their support, because without them, it will be very difficult for us to have the free environment we want, the safe environment we want for the operations of the university. And that, I believe, not only them, all of you outside there, because let's say if something is going on with the university, positively or otherwise, your intervention is always important. Those of you in the diaspora, your intervention, because you have the expertise, you have the exposure, and many of you are well listened to here. So that is why we believe that you should not just abandon the university project. Your support, being financial, being technical, being in terms of advocacy or whatever, we consider it very important, and we always look forward to you. Like in the area of this knowledge, or Professor, we've commenced a fundraising venture, which will be communicating with you outside there, to see how best you can come in and help us to have this kind of fantastic idea by the professor, to ensure that we have this Kono Knowledge Hub that will host a lot of facilities in terms of quality, in terms of revenue mobilization, and even quality service delivery from the point of the university.
Okay. Yeah, you seem to be giving us a lot of information, and I believe you guys are doing a lot of things that will help our district, the university itself, and the youth of the province. So, what
Yes.
I want to come to the next part now. Can you really update the public on infrastructure development, accreditation process, and academic preparations currently underway?
Yes. In the area of accreditation, Cornell University, like I said earlier on, is one of the four public universities established by an Act of Parliament, the 2021 Universities Act, currently under review. And we are accredited by the Tertiary Education Commission, TEC, and all our programs will ensure that they are well accredited uh, for authorization. And like, for instance, in the area of the state registered nursing, we have the nurses board, recently visited our facilities, assessed them, and we expect positive outcome from their visit, so that we can commence nursing training at the university. And with other programs equally, so we've ensured that we engage the necessary authorities like the TEC in terms of accreditation, and our programs are well accredited. And with the availability of infrastructure, this, like I said, we are a new establishment. The opinion or the in fact, at the beginning of the university's academic program, the thought was from the government of Sierra Leone, based on statistics, based on fact, many students were not doing well in the sciences, and therefore the government thought that we should introduce a foundation program at the beginning of the early years of the university, to introduce foundation programs. But by 2023, we have already had 700 students qualified to enter university directly, and also have 2,000 students from Kono district that have like 5 credit. Some have English and don't have math, or have mathematics and don't have English, but they have 5 credit, and these were considered to be admitted into universities. So government, considering the constraint of releasing up to 3,000 students from Kono to go across the country as a burden on the parent and the student as well, and then they thought it fit through the Ministry of Technical Education and that of the Ministry of Finance to operationalize Kono University in 2023 to ensure that students who are offering the sciences and other programs can, gain access to higher learning in Kono district. And then the operationalization of Kono University was actually actualized in 2023. We started with few programs in the sciences, like I mentioned earlier on, the mining engineering, the various programs in computer science and agricultural programs, and land and land management or environmental sciences. And now we have the public health program and also the nursing program, respectively. With infrastructure, we are hosted by the Government Technical Institute at Sunutom, commonly called Simbako, back of the military barracks. And we are given certain number of classrooms and also facilities that we share. Like I said, the administration has ensured that there is running water, electricity, solar energy, and that a bit of internet on campus for the student to research and other things. And we have a bus that was given to us by the President, His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabio, that the students are using for mobility, and even some staffs, for the main campus, the pre-phase construction, which is worth of $2 million, is almost 80% in completion. We are expecting that project to be completed by the end of this year, hopefully, because we've had some communication with the ministry and the government, and they're so passionate to ensure that it is completed within time. And then the Indians, like I said, being that the government of Sierra Leone, had some initial or loan kind of or whatever arrangement with the Indian banks, but according to the Minister of Technical Education, that all stumbling blocks, are now cleared, and we are expecting the funds to be released for the construction of the university, which is good news. And we are so grateful to the current Minister of Technical Education, Dr. Ajar Amatulai Wuri. She has been one of the pillars. She has been so passionate. She considered Kono universities as our own first project, being a minister, and then she wants to see the best from this project, the university project. She has been coming to Kono from time to time, going to the site at Fandu, for spot check to ensure that herself, she's very aware of what is going on. She normally don't wait to be told. She comes on, she goes on to the ground and ensure that she has a first-hand, information herself, and then which she takes to ensure that necessary actions are done to ensure that in terms of maybe facilitating or putting more pressure on those who are responsible for certain things to be done within time. And we are hopeful that by the end of this year we'll see some changes. Another good news, but that will come maybe in another interview, with that has to do with some development with additional health center being established on campus at the Fandu site, which loans have already been secured by the ministry and government of Sierra Leone. And but now I will limit myself because until facts are available. But we are hopefully, and we are excited, and we are waiting to see that being actualized.
Yeah, if I could remember properly, did you talk about stumbling block in terms of disbursement of the finances for the construction or somewhere along the line? Can you clarify that, please?
Yes, you know, previous government took loan from the same source where we got uh, the university loan. And being that it's government is continuity, they expect those loans to be serviced. And I, I believe that government has done the needful, and now we are expecting the release of funds for the construction of the university. That's one of the reasons that we had delays, because some of these things needed to be cleared, and government has ensured that indeed we are on the right track in terms of the university construction.
Okay. Initially, was there any amount of money coming from ECOWAS or something to do with West African Bank that was given as the initial construction?
Actually, what I know is a $34 million project, the Kono University, and the $2 million coming from the government of Sierra Leone, which is already in use. We are almost above 80% completion of that pre-phase construction. And the $32 million coming from the ECOWAS Exim Bank, from an Indian loan, and which I believe we already have a consultant. They have established structures and other things, and also uh, I think, according to the minister, they are in the process of hiring or recruiting contractors from India that soon be coming to Kono, to Sierra Leone, to construct the university.
Okay.
Possibly along the line, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I just wanted clarification on that. Let's move forward. What mechanism do you have in place or the university have in place for the diaspora community to contribute financially, intellectually, or for materially towards the success of the university?
Yes, this is an important question for us at this very moment. Like I said, Professor Tamajamiru has developed a project for the old council building, you know, a project that is named Kono Knowledge Hub, which entails a lot of, when completed, a museum, a library, and hotel, the university secretariat, just to ensure what the idea behind that professor thinks the university should not continuously rely on government subvention, because that limits the university from implementing its programs effectively and efficiently. Because most of the times when you rely on government subvention or fundings, it comes late, it's not always enough, because the government has competing priorities. So it is also, so the ministry advises universities to ensure that they broaden their revenue based, so that they can be able to run the academic programs, research, and other areas. So we are looking at the opportunity of starting with this knowledge, Kono knowledge hub, wherein we have kind of mini hotel, the Kono, the library and also museum of Kono histories and stuff, as one of the projects undertaken by the university itself. That's why Professor is leading this project. And there we want the support of the diaspora to ensure that this dream is achieved. Because imagine at the old council land, which is strategically located, that's why we've been having some challenges from intruders. But notwithstanding, we are relentless to ensure that that particular location, we have this kind of infrastructure that will enhance the operations of the university secretariat and also generate revenue for the university and even down to the chiefdom, because it will create employment for our people and other things.
What I am really looking at, do you think you have a plan creating a committee or any kind of thing that can create a link between the university and the diaspora? Because what you have said is on a broad term, but how can you
Yes.
really get the attention of the diaspora? How are you bringing them into this fold so that there is a group that you are liaising with? Because in the diaspora, there are a lot of Kono children that have a lot of opportunities in different institutions. What are you doing to really tap into that resources?
Yes, we are doing a lot, but we are government establishment. We have a supervising ministry. We are also guided by principles and code of conduct. So, as a public servant, there are things we can do that is within the laws that guides our operation, and also there are things uh, possibly that you can help us to do, which is acceptable. One of them is those of you who are highly interested in the establishment and development of Kono University of Science and Technology, you can organize yourself as a support group to the university project, having put, you can come together. And then after your establishment, you can reach out to the authorities that we have this structure in place to support your project. Whatever you want us to know, or you can send your project. Like, for instance, we have now the Knowledge Hub project. We can directly send it to you. But it will be difficult for us as public servant under government guidance to establish or to coordinate the establishment of a diaspora forum. We will be happy to work with you. We'll be happy to do that. But we can also be very limited in terms of our nomenclature, So I will appeal to the Kono community to really come together to ensure they have a support group that would, not for today, but from now on, for a long period, to keep supporting the university, even when the construction would have been completed. Imagine we'll be coming with different programs. We need a technical expertise from government. Will always give their support, but it is not always enough. So you people out there, you are very important to the actualization of the Kono University in whatever way, financial, technical, and other means. So for me, my appeal is to those who have benefited from Kono, those who are sons and daughters of Kono should come together in terms of supporting the university in a very constructive way, so that at the end of the day, we'll be remembered when the university would have stand the test of time. Children unborn will come and see your handwork. And one of the things we'll do, we'll ensure we have a kind of archive or a kind of system wherein those who contribute will be named on a placard or whatever way, so that even hundreds of years to come, your names or your family names will be written you know, and those children will be going to those, to the campuses, will see the names of their grandfathers or fathers or forefathers that, my uncle or my grandfather or my father contributed to the construction or the development of Kono University of Science and Technology. So you see, for us, we are open as a university to the Kono diaspora and all other establishment with regards to supporting the university in terms of our development project.
Okay, thank you. That is well noted. And we'll go on. And then the next question I'm going to ask, you would have touched some parts of it, but I will still ask it. And it is this: how will the university contribute to economic growth, employment opportunities, and skills development within Kono District?
A lot, a lot, a lot. And we have already started. I'll briefly elaborate on the current status of our student. Like I said, we have students in the third year now of their studies. One of the improvement that has taken place, looking at the background of the student who have applied, or when they applied to join the university in 2021, these students, with due respect to them, some of them were like people, we are not that improved. But today, if you look at them, if you go across the city, Koidu, you see most of the internet cafes, the telecenters, that has to do with computer application and stuff. It is our students who are working there, who are helping people, who are working, making money out of it. So that has, for me, it's a vivid evidence of transformation, of skill empowerment. And now these young people are contributing to the economy of the district, by ensuring that business centers are effectively run uh, in terms of the technological aspect of business is effectively enhanced by their knowledge they have acquired from Kono University. They are able to set up softwares and other things. The mining, the students are in also in third year, the mining. These students now with these acquire mining softwares, and they are using these mining softwares part of their training, and that has helped also to broaden their knowledge on the mining engineering aspect that would enhance them to, or able, that will give them the advantage to gain employment from mining companies across the country. In terms of the economy, like I said, a lot is being done. Imagine we have also people from Kono who are employed in the university as lecturers, as administrative staffs, and then on campus we have laborers that are Konos taking care of the campus. A lot is happening. I think the university is a big blessing to this district, and this blessing will continue to increase if all of us put our hands together and support genuinely, like you have done today. You've ensured that we have this conversation around the university to ensure that people know what is going on, and also how they can come in to ensure that this good idea or this good news or this good development continue, for continue to progress, in terms of quality education, exposing the district in terms of education. And by that, I believe after the completion of the construction of the university, can also be one of the touristic destinations in terms of tourists coming in, going to the campus or other areas in the district to ensure, and that in itself also can facilitate revenue, generation from stakeholders, the councils, etc., etc.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I'll skip some of these questions because you've answered them along the line. Let's come to the next category that has to do with challenges and controversies. What are the biggest challenges currently affecting the progress of the university?
Uh, Finances. like I said earlier on, the government has competing priorities, and they have been so supportive to this project. They have really, really, really done so much. But that is why the Professor Tamajamiru, believed that this university, Kono University, should be unique from other public universities. We need to have a source of revenue that is stable, that is constant, and reliable at the end of the day, that will enhance research in the university, that will enhance development in the university. Government, like I said, they will always provide, but it's never enough. They will just do what they can do, and this government has done tremendous support to this university. That's why we are where we are today, because of the finances we are getting from the government. For now, we have limited number of students. All our funds are coming from the government, but if we want to have, or want to achieve, or want to arrive at where we want to, people like you out there have to come in the university. We need to ensure that we have this kind of revenue generation stream, wherein we can generate resources to run our programs without delays. Let's say sometimes government will disburse funds to the universities, but it takes challenges, because, like I said, government has competing priorities. But if we already have enough resources, we can go ahead. Let's say we are having a research, and let's say that has to do with whatever in the district or country, we can easily go about it, because we have the necessary resources that it takes for us to conduct the research or other development program. Let's say we need additional infrastructure in terms of technological advancement. If we have resources, we don't have to go and wait until and so on and so forth. With the availability of resources, we can do so much. The infrastructure, like I said, is a bit challenging for us, because we now have students in the third year, and we have been hosted by another institution. The moment we exceed this third year, we continuously having increasing number of students, and then that's why government, and through the Ministry of Technical Education, they have assured us that by the end of this year, the Fandu campus will be available to us, and we expect that our first batch of graduates or graduation would take place there. So we are hopeful, But like I said, it's we as a university, we are doing all we can to ensure that we have revenue streams to support the growth of the university, and also appealing to the diaspora to see how best they can come together and mobilize resources to support our project, like the Kono Knowledge Hub and other projects, that will, enhance quality or development.
Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, we are almost coming to the end, but there are some salient things that we still need to talk about. There have been concerns about political interference and misinformation surrounding the university project. How do you respond to these concerns?
For the political interference, I am not actually aware of that, you know, because all I am aware of that this is a public university owned by the government of Sierra Leone. It's named Kono University, but it's a national institution. It belongs to the people of Sierra Leone. And even people that are not Sierra Leoneans are also qualified to enroll for our programs. So it's a public university, and it's a community, it's a community property. And for interference, I am not aware. For the challenges, always, it's a new university. We are exposed to challenges. The fact that we are a new establishment, but then I believe all of these challenges are things we can overcome with the leadership, and with all of you out there. We can overcome as a unit, united to ensure that this dream that we have dreamt of in the past, we are able to achieve as a team. So it's a collective responsibility from the part of the government to the university administration, to the stakeholders, to the diaspora as stakeholders as well, to ensure that we come. Because let's say government is playing its own part, but what about you out there? Some of us who actually we see this as an opportunity that we've yearned for years, from our fathers to ourselves. And I believe this university project is one of the best areas for us as Kono people to invest. Imagine Professor Tamajamegi working in South Africa in one of the most advanced science and technology institutions, leaving his job to come and work in Kono. Myself coming from Freetown, other parts of the world, just to come and serve the university. Because we believe without us, nobody will come here to develop Kono for us. We have to come. If even we don't come, we have to contribute in our own ways to ensure that we contribute to the development of the university and the district. It's our responsibility. Nobody's going to do it for ourselves. We've seen where people have come in, they've taken our minerals away, nothing is left. Our people are dying of poverty, hunger, and all of this. But we believe at this moment that we can do something. And whatever way you can do, whatever little you can do to support development initiative that will impact knowledge, that will enhance skills empowerment, it will go a long way in helping to support the livelihood of our communities, of our people, So for me, I think every player is important, from the government to the traditional leaders, the paramount chief, to the university administration, to our brothers in country and outside. All of us should ensure that we don't leave the development of the university just to the government. We should also come in. Like I said, we can form the Kono University Support Group, wherein we can contribute, or we even ourselves as setting up the Kono University Support Group, identifying programs that we want to create this particular project or infrastructure in the university, and we'll name it after A, B, C, and D. For us to be remembered, our names will be written there, So for me, it's time for all of us to come on board and support the administration to help in the development of a new university like Kono, who has a huge ambition to ensure that we become one of the best in the country and in the region.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You have actually expounded on that very, very well. Before I come to the next question, I want you to listen to this video that I'm going to play. You might not see it now, but you will see it later when I send it to you. And then I will
Okay.
ask you the next question.
All right.
These are the blocks away we knock today. Where AM commander come, say it will destroy all to do. But for a security purpose, I dey put this on record. The Agoso police that them block there we knock. All the block they in place. And at watch time now, I will watch video, I could tell now almost o'clock, I video this. Yeah, AM Commander Kaya, he do a threatening, he say not for university. Yeah, he's na president, bio president, and Laima, na minister, not to then get here, not to the determine for yeah. These are the statements where he can say. But the unfortunate side where we not be recording voice today. We not be recording voice at all. Because we not be the expectant for me what as such statement. We not be really the expectant for me talk that kind of statement and they. It's not a university, not a business as a chief, as a section chief, I talk this. So I do this, where are they gonna station for make police then see this job or do today? They can't go now. That station is almost 10 to 5. I go to police station. I left everything intact, everything fine. So that for record purpose for tomorrow, yeah, when I go to police station, I say police and this job we do today, police go see. So if anything go wrong, tomorrow the police will say, why you not been come earlier? Tell we. That's the reason I record this thing. So I'm going now home. But I go police station, I go this statement before I go home. These are the blocks away we knock today.
Okay, so
Where commander come, see,
are you with me?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah, there are allegations from some sections of the public regarding university land grabbing and disputes over institutional lands. What is your response to these allegations and with respect to the video that I just played?
In the first place, with regards to that video, I would say that we are absolutely not in approval of that particular video, and the comment therein are not coming from the university. Yes, of course, we probably facing challenges a bit here and there, but we are being fully supported by the traditional leaders, by the paramount chiefs in their own ways. I personally commend them. Yes, and the issue with the land at Benson Old Council Road, like I said, the university is a community property. It belongs to the people. And I believe it is the people who should defend the university properties. It shouldn't be the other way around. But as I said, we are receiving, how can I put it? The chiefs are supporting us. They are fully with us. It is possible that we probably would have some issues, one or two people, but that does not define that we are having problem with the chiefdom, neither the paramount chiefs or whosoever. But for me, who I have been part of the university process since parliament up to this point, I am very much aware of the commitment and support of the paramount chiefs specifically. They are so passionate. Whenever it comes to Kono University, they always show up. We want to appreciate them. And like I said, the university is a community property. And we encourage the community to ensure to protect our property and also protect our staffs. Let's say we'll be having staffs across the country coming to work in Kono. It is a duty and responsibility of the community who owns the university to ensure the staffs are operating in a safe environment and our properties or lands are well protected, because we have 417 acres at Fandu, which we believe it is a duty and responsibility of the community to ensure that those lands are not encroached, are protected and are safe. And same goes to that of the old council land. As I talk to you currently, we have our staff. We are establishing offices there now that some of our staff will be occupying until the construction of the Kono Knowledge Hub commence after, engagement and fundraising, So the issue with land for me is an isolated issue, and it is not coming from the chiefs, because we are receiving the fullest support from the paramount chiefs, and we commend them and we really appreciate them. And like I said, it's their property. The university belongs to the chief, because when the construction would have finished, we'll be having students from chiefdoms or communities who will be benefiting scholarship from the university because they host the university. And that goes a long way. Look at what happens in other areas where universities are located. The community people benefit tremendously. Their kids will go to those universities and they'll be given scholarships. And some of them, let's say if they have to pay 100%, they'll be asked to pay lesser. So these are benefits, I believe, that the stakeholders should not just look on the immediate, should look on the long-term benefit. the university will provide to the district, the communities, of course.
Yeah, the statement made by this person that was speaking in the video um, is very, very disturbing and concerning. Did the university get in touch with this person to make sure such information is not brought out again, or did you verify the content of the information to make sure it is credible?
I think when that video went out from my office, the public relations office, excuse me, we wrote a disclaimer and we published that to the public to ensure that we have channels of communication from the university to the public that are legal, and then we know when and how, and those channels are maintained through the leadership. And we don't, and the speaker in that video does not have the requisite authority to go and speak for the university, as we have a medium and authorized channel of communication, and that I believe we have addressed that, you know, and I think that will not repeat itself anymore. And with regards to issues surrounding land, like I said, the chiefs are giving us their fullest support, and which we enjoy, and we look forward to it being, we look forward to their continuous support. Because, like I said, the Kono University is theirs, and they should be the one to protect it. For us, we are Kono people. We came to help, to work, and to establish the university. We are workers. We'll leave one day, but the university will remain, and it will remain as theirs, because their children and their grandchildren, great grandchildren, will be going there to acquire high quality education that will help develop or change their lives.
Okay, so we are coming to the last sector, which is our future aspirations and the way forward. What is your long-term vision for the university, and how do you see the university transforming Kono District in the future?
Thank you very much. The long-term vision of this university is for us to become a science hub in West Africa. I mean, we want to become the best university in terms of science and technology education in the sub-region. This university, remember, is an ECOWAS project, not just the government of Sierra Leone. The resources are coming through from the ECOWAS. So we want to ensure that the purpose of the establishment of the university is achieved, that wherein we'll be having people from the sub-region to come in here and study advanced higher learning courses, let's say computer science, mining, engineering, other areas, medical, and all of it. So we want Kono University of Science and Technology to stand out completely, to be one of the best. And we want to be a specialized university, an excellent center of research, technological research. So this is our vision, and we are focused with all of you on board. I believe we'll achieve it. The government is always playing its own part, and we call on you, the diaspora, and the other stakeholders, the business people in the district who have benefited a lot from this district, to come on board to support. Sometimes we don't have the energy running after you because we already have a lot to do at the office, but I believe those who have conscience, who are doing business in the district, should come on board to ensure that they really do support the development of this university.
Okay, so again, I want to really thank you very, very much because you have done tremendously very, very well. What message do you have for government institutions, development partners, and investors regarding support for the university?
Yeah, my message to them is simple: that Kono University is a gray area in terms of investment. and that we are ideal for investment from donors, from business communities. Let's say those who are mining in Sierra Leone, not just in Kono University is now being established. We have the faculty, or I mean, we have the engineering faculty where we'll be having a whole department of mining. And most companies in this country are mining. We have foreign experts coming in to work in Sierra Leone, and this has not been well received by labor force, and that means that with the establishment of Kono University and having this mining engineering as a course is a welcoming idea that the mining companies or investors should come in and support the university to train staff for those mining companies. And we, as a university, we are open to relate to those universities to ensure that they will tell us that this is what we need from you in terms of training, and they will provide that to the student and empower them, and then they will go and work. And at the end of the day, those monies that people from other side will come in and taking it away will remain in Sierra Leone, and Sierra Leoneans will benefit, and that will change life. That will help to alleviate poverty, and that also will help to ensure that livelihood of labor force would tremendously improve. You know.
Okay, the final question is this, and I'll talk to you later when we finish. What assurances can you give the people of Kono that the university will remain a transparent, inclusive, and genuinely developmental institution for the generations or future generations?
Thank you very much. I will not make any commitment for future generation in terms of transparency. Transparency is a leadership style. I believe that it depends on who is leading the university at any point in time. That will translate on their leadership pattern. If, let's say, we have Professor Tambajamiru and he decides that he wants his administration to be transparent and accountable for public funds being handled by the administration, that is his decision. Though we have public financial management policies that guides our operation, but also the leadership is always very important in terms of accountability and transparency. At this moment, we can say the university is transparent. Under the leadership of Professor Tambajamiru, we can say the university is accountable. But then after him, we don't know who is going to come and what would be their priority or what would be their pattern of leadership. But I assure you that when institution like ours is well established and people are empowered and they are given the freedom to operate and function effectively and efficiently, always accountability and transparency will be best practices that are always embraced. That will be always embraced. So I hopefully Kono University will remain accountable and transparent by virtue of our establishment and by virtue of our policies, and also our commitment towards effective and efficient service delivery in higher education.
Great, great, great having you. So, as we conclude tonight's discussion, one thing remains clear. The dream of establishing Kono University of Science and Technology represents more than just building classrooms and offices. It represents hope for educational advancement, economic transformation, and the empowerment of future generations in Kono District. However, with such an important project also comes the responsibility of transparency, accountability, and community inclusion. Concerns surrounding land ownership, governance, and public trust must be addressed openly and responsibly to ensure the university succeeds with the confidence of the people. We want to thank Mr. Sir Sam Ansumana for being here today, for joining us, and we encourage continued peaceful dialogue and collective support towards the advancement of higher education and development in Kono District. I really want to thank you for your time. You have given us enough to think about, and I want to encourage you to come back next time to give us further information with new developments. Thank you very, very much, and I'll talk to you again later.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, fumble them. This is not the end of this discussion. I'll get with brother way. Just don't take in time. You don't give away a lot of education there concerning the university we'll get. Nakono district. And we believe from waiting I don't talk that university they will provide a lot of benefit for we picking them, for we serve, and for the respect of we district. I want to tell you all thank you. We don't take una time for listening. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, I ask for you subscribe, comment, and send comments them so that we will respond and we will continue the conversation. Thank you very much and good night, Kono District.